The power of thoughts is a fundamental concept that significantly shapes our reality and influences our behavior. Every day we are bombarded with a constant stream of thoughts, many of which go unnoticed. However, these thoughts have profound effects on our emotions, decisions, and ultimately our lives. To understand this concept fully, we must explore how our thoughts can either empower us or hold us back, and how we can harness their power to create a more fulfilling life. At the core of the idea that our thoughts shape our reality is the understanding that our perceptions dictate how we experience the world. For instance, if we wake up in the morning with a negative mindset, viewing the day as a challenge or a burden, we are likely to encounter difficulties and stress throughout the day. Our negative thoughts can cloud our judgment, making us perceive obstacles where there may be none, leading to a cycle of frustration and disappointment. On the other hand, when we start the day with positivity, believing in our abilities and expecting good things, we set the stage for a much more productive and enjoyable experience. Research has shown that our mindset significantly affects our physical and mental health. Negative thoughts can contribute to stress, anxiety, and depression, while positive thoughts can enhance our resilience and overall well-being. For example, a study published in the journal Psychological Science found that individuals who maintained a positive outlook had lower levels of stress hormones and were better able to cope with challenges. This demonstrates that our thoughts not only influence our emotions, but also have tangible effects on our health. When we recognize this connection, we gain a powerful tool to improve our lives. Our thoughts play a crucial role in determining our self-image and self-esteem. Many people struggle with feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, often fueled by negative self-talk. These thoughts can stem from past experiences, societal expectations, or comparisons to others. When we repeatedly tell ourselves that we are not good enough or that we will fail, we begin to internalize these beliefs. This internal dialogue becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we believe in our limitations, the less likely we are to take risks or pursue our goals. Conversely, when we practice positive affirmations and cultivate self-compassion, we can begin to shift our self-perception. By challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with empowering beliefs, we can unlock our true potential and pursue our dreams with confidence. The concept of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, further illustrates the power of thoughts. CBT is a widely used therapeutic approach that focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns. It operates on the premise that our thoughts influence our feelings and behaviors. By learning to recognize and challenge irrational thoughts, individuals can break free from cycles of negativity and develop healthier coping mechanisms. This process empowers people to take control of their minds and, by extension, their lives. CBT not only helps individuals address specific mental health issues, but also fosters a greater sense of self-awareness, enabling them to navigate life's challenges with resilience. In addition to influencing our mental health, our thoughts can significantly impact our actions and decisions. When we approach tasks or challenges with a positive mindset, we are more likely to take proactive steps toward achieving our goals. Positive thinking can enhance our motivation, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. For example, consider a student preparing for an important exam. If the student focuses on their capabilities and visualizes success, they are more likely to engage in effective study habits, seek help when needed, and ultimately perform well. Conversely, a student consumed by fear of failure may avoid studying altogether or give up easily when faced with obstacles. This demonstrates how our thoughts can directly affect our behaviors and outcomes. One of the most powerful aspects of our thoughts is their ability to shape our reality through the law of attraction. This concept suggests that the energy we emit through our thoughts and feelings attracts similar energy back into our lives. If we consistently focus on positive outcomes and visualize our desires, we are more likely to draw positive experiences and opportunities toward us. This does not mean that simply thinking positively will manifest our dreams without effort. Rather, it emphasizes the importance of aligning our thoughts with our actions. When we cultivate a positive mindset, we are more likely to take the necessary steps to bring our goals to fruition. This synergy between thoughts and actions creates a powerful momentum that can lead to transformative change. To harness the power of our thoughts, it is essential to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Mindfulness allows us to observe our thoughts without judgment, creating space for reflection and understanding. By cultivating this awareness, we can identify negative thought patterns and replace them with constructive alternatives. Techniques such as meditation, journaling, and deep breathing exercises can aid in this process, enabling us to develop a more intentional approach to our thoughts. For instance, journaling can help us articulate our fears and challenges, providing clarity and perspective. Through this practice, we can identify recurring negative thoughts and actively work to reframe them. Another powerful technique for managing our thoughts is the practice of gratitude. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives and expressing gratitude for what we have, we can shift our perspective and reduce the impact of negative thoughts. Gratitude fosters a sense of abundance and fulfillment, counteracting feelings of lack and dissatisfaction. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can enhance overall well-being, improve relationships, and even boost physical health. When we regularly acknowledge and appreciate the good in our lives, we train our minds to seek positivity and resilience in the face of challenges. The power of thoughts is an undeniable force that shapes our reality and influences our experiences. Our thoughts can either empower us or hold us back, affecting our mental health, self-esteem, and decision-making. By cultivating self-awareness, practicing mindfulness, and embracing positive thinking, we can harness this power to create a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. The journey toward mastering our minds is not always easy, but it is a vital step in overcoming the limitations we often impose on ourselves. As we learn to control our thoughts, we unlock the potential to transform our lives, paving the way for growth, success, and happiness. The most significant battles we face are often within ourselves, and by winning the war against our uncontrolled minds, we can emerge victorious, ready to embrace all that life has to offer. Mindfulness and self-discipline are two interconnected concepts that play a pivotal role in mastering our thoughts and emotions. In a world filled with distractions and chaos, developing mindfulness and self-discipline can empower us to regain control over our minds and subsequently our lives. Together, they create a foundation for personal growth, resilience, and fulfillment. Mindfulness allows us to cultivate awareness of our thoughts and feelings in the present moment, while self-discipline enables us to take purposeful action toward our goals. Understanding and integrating these two concepts can lead to profound transformations in our lives. At its core, mindfulness is the practice of paying deliberate attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves observing our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations as they arise, creating a space for self-reflection and understanding. By embracing mindfulness, we can detach ourselves from the relentless stream of thoughts that often dominate our minds. Instead of getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past, mindfulness encourages us to focus on the here and now. This shift in awareness can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, allowing us to approach challenges with a clearer and more composed mindset. One of the most effective ways to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Regular meditation practice encourages us to sit quietly, observe our breath, and acknowledge our thoughts without getting entangled in them. This practice trains our minds to become more present and aware, helping us recognize when our thoughts veer into negative or unproductive territory. Over time, meditation can enhance our ability to respond to situations with clarity and intention rather than reacting impulsively. This newfound clarity is essential for developing self-discipline as it enables us to make conscious choices aligned with our values and aspirations. Self-discipline, often defined as the ability to control one's impulses and behaviors in pursuit of long-term goals, is crucial for overcoming the distractions and temptations that can derail our progress. While mindfulness helps us become aware of our thoughts and feelings, self-discipline allows us to take action in alignment with our intentions. It involves setting clear goals, establishing routines, and maintaining consistency in our efforts. When we cultivate self-discipline, we empower ourselves to resist short-term gratification in favor of long-term success. The synergy between mindfulness and self-discipline can be observed in how we approach challenges and setbacks. Mindfulness allows us to recognize when we are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or discouraged. Instead of allowing these feelings to dictate our actions, we can pause, take a deep breath, and assess the situation with a sense of calm. This awareness provides us with the opportunity to choose how we respond rather than react impulsively out of frustration or fear. By integrating self-discipline into this process, we can create action plans that align with our goals, ensuring we stay on track even when faced with difficulties. Developing self-discipline requires practice and commitment. It often involves establishing routines that support our objectives and prioritizing tasks that align with our values. For example, if our goal is to improve our physical health, self-discipline might involve committing to a regular exercise routine and making healthier dietary choices. However, without mindfulness, we may find ourselves slipping back into old habits or becoming discouraged when we face challenges. Mindfulness encourages us to approach these moments with compassion and understanding, recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Instead of viewing failure as a reason to give up, we can use mindfulness to reflect on what went wrong and how we can adjust our approach moving forward. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines can significantly enhance our self-discipline. Simple practices such as mindful eating or mindful walking can help us cultivate awareness in our everyday lives. Mindful eating, for instance, encourages us to savor each bite, paying attention to the flavors and textures of our food. This practice not only enhances our enjoyment of meals, but also fosters a healthier relationship with food. By becoming more aware of our eating habits, we can make more intentional choices that support our well-being. Mindful walking, on the other hand, involves paying attention to each step we take, feeling the ground beneath our feet, and noticing the sensations in our bodies. This practice can be particularly beneficial during times of stress, as it encourages us to ground ourselves in the present moment. By incorporating mindfulness into our physical activities, we can reinforce our commitment to self-discipline, making it easier to stick to our routines and goals. Another powerful technique for enhancing mindfulness and self-discipline is journaling. Writing down our thoughts, feelings, and experiences can provide clarity and insight into our behaviors. Journaling allows us to reflect on our progress, identify patterns in our thoughts and actions, and set intentions for the future. By maintaining a journal, we can create a space for self-discovery and growth, fostering both mindfulness and self-discipline. This practice also helps us track our goals and celebrate our achievements, reinforcing our commitment to personal development. It is essential to recognize that cultivating mindfulness and self-discipline is not a one-time effort, but an ongoing journey. We may encounter challenges and setbacks along the way, but the key is to approach these moments with curiosity and self-compassion. Instead of berating ourselves for perceived failures, we can use mindfulness to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice allows us to learn from our experiences and adjust our strategies as needed. By maintaining a growth mindset, we can embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to our progress. As we continue to develop mindfulness and self-discipline, we will likely notice a shift in our overall well-being. Our ability to manage stress, maintain focus, and pursue our goals with intention will improve. This transformation is not only beneficial for our personal lives, but can also have a positive impact on our relationships and interactions with others. When we approach life with mindfulness and self-discipline, we become more present and engaged, fostering deeper connections with those around us. Mindfulness and self-discipline are essential tools for mastering our thoughts and emotions. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop awareness of our thoughts and feelings, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with clarity and intention. Self-discipline, on the other hand, empowers us to take purposeful action toward our goals. Together, these practices create a foundation for personal growth, resilience, and fulfillment. As we embark on this journey, let us remember that the path to mastery is not always linear. With patience, compassion, and dedication, we can cultivate the skills necessary to transform our lives and achieve our aspirations.